Hi, my name is John Delgado. Some may know me as Mr. Fine Line, and I'm a barber down here in Miami, owner of Fine Line Barber Shop. I've been cutting hair now for 14 years. Since I was 13 years old, I started cutting at my friends like most of us did. My first job actually was when I was 14 years old. I was working at a beauty salon. At 16, I was in my first barber shop, and I haven't looked back. When I was 22 years old, I opened up Fine Line Barber Shop, and I'm thankful to say that after 3.5 years and 12 barbers later, we're a successful business, and I'm ready to go on to my next venture, which is sharing the knowledge I've learned in my last 14 years cutting hair with the rest of the world. So today I'm going to be doing a side part, a low fade and beard on my model Alex here. The main concept I'm going to be covering is using the head's anatomy as my guideline as opposed to using actual physical guidelines. I'm starting off using my Super Iron 120, which is a cordless rotary machine by Andis, to cut the majority of the bulk of the hair. The reason I'm using the Super Iron is because being that it's a rotary, it cuts through this damp hair better and more efficiently. I will now use the clipper over comb technique using my white Andis clipper comb. By doing this, I'm going to knock off the majority of the bulk that I've left by cutting into the hair already. As you can see, the Andis Super Ion, being a rotary motor, cuts through this damp hair with ease. Now that I've cut down the majority of the bulk on Alex's hair, I'm going to start using my Andis Master to do my fading. Now, what I want you to notice on this Master is the wear on it. This Master is actually 8 years old and the clipper that I use every day. That's the type of longevity and durability you can expect from Andis Super. So typically, when you're seeing a barber do a fade, you'll notice they'll make a guideline such as this one, outlining where he wants the fade to go. As you can see, it's below the temple peak and under the occipital. So what I want to teach today is how we can use the head's anatomy to make that same guideline in our heads and visualize it as opposed to actually making it. The purpose of this is to one, save time, and two, it will create a more smoother, longer fade. So as I'm doing this fade, notice I'm doing the majority of my blending under the temple peak, and then I'm working my way down just under the occipital. So now to complete the fade, I'm going to use my Andis TL liner, which with its magnetic motor and its faster blade speed allows me to get a smoother fade while also achieving a faster haircut. Now, it's commonly believed that magnetic motors aren't strong enough to cut through bulk, but as you can see, my Andis TL liner can easily cut through his longer length of hair that Alex has on the back of his neck. It doesn't jam, it won't get caught, and it won't pull his hair. Now that my fade is complete, I'm going to finish doing the lineup with my Andis GTX. I like using these clippers because they have a stronger cord, a stronger motor, and what that helps me do is achieve sharper lines faster. Using my clipper comb, I'm forming the shape of his beard the same way I would with, say, an afro or a curly cut. The Andis Super Ion, being that it's cordless, makes it so much easier to contour to the shape of his hair. So there you have it, complete look. Low fade, side part, beard done, all using Andis clippers, and best of all, what we did was we eliminated time by using our technique of no guidelines and using the head's anatomy to help guide us as opposed to physical lines. If there's any doubt about whether or not I should win this challenge, I'll tell you this. I have two things that are most important when it comes to educating. One, I have experience, but more importantly, I have a passion. I've been fortunate enough to teach alongside some of the best Andis educators, along with just industry educators such as Kenny Duncan, Jesse Lima, DL Master Barber, Curtis Smith, and much more. So let me sum it up for you like this. When you combine good barbering, skills, experience, and passion, you get me, Mr. Fine Line, John Delgado. I'm going to be the next Andis educator. Remember the name. I'll see you in Orlando.